Wow. So many things. I'm still stuck on the hair thing. Lawyers, man, you guys are more messed up than actors. This is frightening. This is really, you're supposed to be lawyers. We're just actors. It reminds me, I have a bunch of notes here, and I'll talk a bit, and I'll answer some questions, which will be a lot more fun than these notes, which I have to wear glasses for. But it does remind me, in all this insanity that I'm seeing and listening to all of you with your stories, and the people who teach you even more crazy. And honest, I might add. I'm flying on a plane once from Los Angeles to New York. And I'm one of these guys who, they can fly you first class. For me, I have 4 kids and a wife and 2 dogs and the whole thing. The 4.5 hour plane ride is always my little sanctuary. It's quiet, I'm up there in the heavens, flying. I don't like to be bothered. There's a guy next to me, and clearly he's a lawyer. He opens up his briefcase, he's got a pile of papers this big, and he's leafing through them, and he just keeps looking at me, and this is before they had Bose headphones and all that, so you can really tune out. And this is during LA law, the height of LA law. And he keeps looking at me, and oh man, he's gonna talk to me, I know he's gonna talk. Not only does he talk to me, he wants my opinion on his case. And I said, yeah, right. He said, no, and we spent the next part of an hour of, I was only about 20 minutes in, just right when the seatbelt sign came off and you could relax. And I had to explain that I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a lawyer. I just play one on TV. And he goes, I know, but you do it so well. You must understand some stuff. You understand law because obviously I watch your show, and you can't do that without understanding. I said, I'm just an actor. So he keeps bugging me, and I don't know if he's messing with me or what. I thought, you know what? Screw this. All right, give me your deposition. Let me take a look. I started looking through this paper. It's pretty interesting stuff. It's some sort of ridiculous case, and I'm going through, and I start giving him my opinion of what I'm reading, and he's buying it, and I'm making it up, and I'm thinking, this guy's an idiot. But he was a lawyer, and it's amazing. And I'm pretty damn sure he went to New York and did his case on my advice, and he probably lost because I'm pretty sure as I recall things, whenever I felt my heart was right, I told him the opposite. So he went with that. But it just reminds me, and I hadn't thought about that story in a while until I heard all of you guys here talking. And one of my first notes here is, by the way, we've seen great clips of me, we've seen stuff I've done, JAG, I've done West Wing, I've done 167 episodes of LA Law. I did Seinfeld, I was in a movie where I tried God called Judgment. And you still named it the Jackie Chiles Law Society. That's so short-sighted. That's so in the moment. Oh yeah, Phil Morris with a fake mustache, pretending to be Johnny Cochran. I was a real deal. The Jackie Chiles. In 20 years they won't even know what that means. I know the Arnie Becker Law Society, which, by the way, I'm starting tonight. For any of you who want to leave the Jackie Chiles Law Society, free membership, free trips to LA, and free passing the bar. Guaranteed. So you just sign up sheet, starts over here. I actually was a pre-law major in college. That's what I wanted to do. I went to law, I studied philosophy, right? And I did about a year of that. And I was into it. I wanted to be, what I wanted to do was space law. That was my thing. I was a kid in the 60s, and I thought, I called it space law, I don't know today. And I think it was pretty kind of advanced thinking for the time. Because I thought, wow, okay, if I'm going to be a lawyer, I don't want to do a divorce court, I don't want to be Raymond Burr. I thought space law, this is cool because, okay, if we go to the moon, who owns it? Who makes the laws up there? This this is like fresh territory. This is great stuff. And the truth is, it actually did become things. You think about satellites that were launched, and who has the rights to orbits and all that kind of stuff, which I suppose is still up for grabs to some degree. I don't know. I haven't really followed it, but I always thought that was fascinating. Space law. That turned into, as I got a little bit more mature, it turned into I really, and this is the beginning of being an actor, and I'll tell you why in a moment, I really wanted to be a trial lawyer. That was what as I went through my first year of philosophy, because I thought, I could stand up there and I could wreak havoc in a courtroom. I could absolutely do damage to people. And I thought, trial lawyer. And then when I thought about it, later in life, because this is honest to God, I wanted to be a trial lawyer. And then I thought about it, it's not very dissimilar to what I do as an actor. It's very funny, you'll find over the course of my comments here, there are a lot of similarities between an actor and a lawyer. But with a trial lawyer, there is, and with acting, a period of discovery. Find out the facts, find out what happened. You dig deep, you find out. You build your case, you build your character. Then you have a period of trial. You try the case, you try the character, you put it up in front of the camera, see if it works. And then you have that ever so terrible period of verdict, which is you find out if people like you and if you won the people. And those things are actually very similar to the acting experience. This is the way I treat acting anyway. But I finally did get my dream. I got the best of both worlds. After many years, I got LA law. And wow, now I get to be a lawyer, and I get to be an actor, and I still get to have sex in hot cars. This is fantastic. I've got the whole band, I'm making money, and I didn't have to go to law school. I didn't have to pass the bar. This is great. And people on planes are thinking that I'm a lawyer. It's perfect. I'm thinking about opening my own practice. Why not? What the hell?